Okay, so I got a comment from Natalia, and it says that she wants me to try the Kagome weave and try to do it into a saddle curve. And so I did go ahead and do a little bit of research, and you'll see here in the pattern that I have here as a reference, you know, so I know what type of pattern that she's trying to look for. So because I didn't know the name of it before, but what I did is I was able to recreate it. And what I did was I used this grid, which you can find here under grid and then triangular grid, and you'll see that we have this triangular grid that we can create, and we can change the extents and everything. But what I was going to do is put these polygons here at these points. But if you notice, if you go here to points, these are not the actual intersecting points, these are actually the center points. So we don't want to use those. I did go ahead and basically explode all the cells here, and it gave me a bunch of vertices. So if we go here to points, you'll see that we have how many? We have 800 points. And so to minimize the number of points, because it actually has 1, 2, 3, it has 6 points in every intersecting point here, I brought in this component called duplicates. And what it does is it'll take all these 800, bring them into the points here, and it'll spit out only the ones that are not repeating, so 121. And then now that we have those points, we can hide this, and we'll see that if we bring in the polygon, we have that pattern right here, but we do have it on a 2D plane. The interesting thing about it is that if we have the grid size at 10 and the radius is going to be at 5, so we can increase it or decrease it, but the pattern is actually half of the size of the grid. So as you can see here, the size is 10 and the radius of here is 5. So we can actually just do a simple division, so divide by 2, and we can do a size divided by 2 and then plug that into the radius. And now we can change the scale and the size of it and the extents, and everything will match up accordingly. So to create the saddle form, I'm going to take the same approach as I took in the last video, which is just going to create a YZ plane and then give it an arc of, let's say, 200. So let's go here to arc, and we're going to put that on this plane and give it a radius. Let's decrease that and increase, actually let's go to 120, and let's go here to a bigger size. So let's go here to max of maybe 120. There. And then here we have our arc, and what we're going to do is move it in the same direction as this plane. So let's plug that into the vector, here into the motion. So, and then we're going to plug that one in, and then give it a slider of 120. And then this one, be able to offset the curve. So we're gonna take that one, offset it, and we're gonna go to negative 100, dot 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 100, and that way we have the ability of scaling it up or down. So that's going to be the saddle form. And then we are going to want to mirror. So mirror, use this curve as a plane, and then mirror that one over, that one over. And so there we have that saddle form that we can now loft together. So let's go ahead and loft. Take the first, go ahead and flatten it so that everything comes in organized, and we'll plug in the first one, the second one, and then the last one. And then we can always change the offset. And Similarly, we can increase or decrease the spacing in between. And so let's go ahead and take this pattern and actually put it through this structure. So let's take this pattern and let's actually decrease the size to where it fits. So 120. So let's see if 120. Let's do it here. And then let's take this pattern here and let's move it. So we're going to want to either move the pattern or move the form. So it might actually be easier to move this form over. So we're going to move in the, let's see, that's in the Y direction. And we're going to move it 120, so the same amount. And we can go ahead and hide this. And all of this, the initial steps. So there we have that form, and there we have this pattern. We can actually come here and decrease this. Increase that a little bit. The extents. And now we can take this and project it. So let's double click there and type in project onto a B rep. And so we'll take, this is going to be the B rep. This is going to be our curves, and it's going to project it up. And so that should basically give you the pattern on that saddle form. Now it's pretty straightforward, small steps here, but you can make it way more complex by adding more components and, you know, making it more dense, bigger, smaller. So hopefully this was helpful and you guys learned something from it. And I'll do a quick time lapse and export to show you guys what it looks like when you're under it. If you wanted to check out some more in-depth tutorials, I have a Udemy and a Skillshare website where I have, you know, I go over the steps in a little bit more detail, and they do take a little bit more time and you do have to sign up, but I do recommend it. If you like the content, make sure to like the video, and if you want to see videos like this in the future, make sure to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.